AFC playoffs. We're down to the final four, if you will. You look at the final four in the AFC, the Browns conference. There are a lot of really good quarterbacks. Mahomes, you've got Josh Allen, you've got Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. When I look at that, and let's start there. There's multiple facets to this. When you look at that, how's Baker stack up?
Is depressed too strong a word? Yeah. But frustrated and concerned, yes. Color me frustrated and concerned. I mean, just watching the AFC Final Four, and you mentioned Joe Burrow and then Mahomes and Josh Allen, those three guys, you're going to have to beat them at some point, all right, presumably, to get where you want to go, which is the Super Bowl if you're the Cleveland Browns. And then, like you said, Lamar Jackson is also in the Browns division, the AFC North, along with Burrow. Justin Herbert is a 5,000-yard passer who is fantastic for the LA Chargers, and he almost got into the playoffs. Derek Carr, the guy, he and his team, the Raiders, kept the Chargers from getting into the playoffs on that final week of the regular season. Maybe Carr doesn't go to the NFC, so he stays in the AFC. It really is problematic when you look at the traffic for Baker Mayfield and the Browns. And really, you can slice it up into two parts. One is the teams themselves that the Browns have to beat. And then the other part is Baker. When you watch, I mean, Dave, tell me, when you saw Joe Burrow play the past two postseason games, when you've seen Patrick Mahomes play and Josh Allen and Justin Herbert throw the ball, do you think that Baker's in that league? And that's the scary part about it. And so, it's 4 years in for Baker. Obviously, last year, injured and ineffective, was pretty good in 2020, threw the ball all right in 18, but then fell off the cliff in 19. He's really overall been an average quarterback. And I need to get removed from these playoff games because right now I'm not seeing a Baker Mayfield who stacks up.
Well, the other thing that I've noticed in watching those guys, and Tannehill equates roughly to what Baker Mayfield has done. He's had a better season than Baker. But when I look at it, D-Man, the thing that I'm seeing is the Browns just don't have playmakers that threaten the defense. You have Nick Chubb, and I'll give you him. Even Odell looks completely different in LA than he did here. I think watching him with the Rams makes me believe he was really disinterested in being a part of the Browns offense. He looks completely different. He's making those one-handed catches and showing off really good hands again, which, he did not show here. Baker Mayfield needs to be better, but they have to upgrade the playmaking of the offense as a whole. You've got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Other than that, you don't have anybody that scares me even a little. I mean, Jarvis Landry's serviceable, but he's not somebody that the defense is going, how are we going to stop him? Not a Hill, not a Chase, not an A.J. Brown, not a Stephon Diggs. That's what scares me and where I think the Browns need to look. Go get me a playmaker or two for Baker Mayfield if he's going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, and first of all, the offense of the Cleveland Browns looks antiquated to me compared to the offenses we're seeing in the playoffs. And part of that is what you're saying, Dave. They don't have downfield threats to stretch the field and create that wide open passing game. And, you're right about Odell. Odell's the closest thing that the Browns had to somebody who would make defensive coordinators and cornerbacks nervous on the other side. And what happens to Odell Beckham Jr.? He forces his way out of town and signs with the Rams, and now he's one victory away from the Super Bowl. And you're absolutely right. He looks totally different. As far as how you slice up the blame pie with Beckham, I think there are multiple slices. I think definitely he's part of it because he quit on his team, essentially. But he also looked at it and said, I am not working in Kevin Stefanski's offense for whatever reasons, whether it be Stefanski not scheming me up or Baker not getting me the ball. But you look at the lack of productivity for Odell Beckham Jr. while Kevin Stefanski was the head coach the past 2 years, and it's really, stunning. And so, you have to look a little bit at Stefanski, a little bit at Baker, and a little bit at Odell. And now you've got Beckham looking like he did in New York playing for the Rams.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to go with, you've got Van Jefferson, who's speed, you've got Cooper Kupp, you've got Tyler Higbee. There are other weapons, so he's clearly the number 2 behind Cooper Kupp. But
Right,
I get where you're going with that.
Dave, let me jump in quickly with one more point. Running-based attacks are antiquated, okay? We can love Nick Chubb all we want. We can love Kareem Hunt all we want. They can be quality players and contributors to good teams and help you get to the playoffs. But in today's day, you have to be able to throw the ball to win in the playoffs.
Yeah, agreed wholeheartedly. And, go get some weapons so that whoever is playing quarterback can threaten the defense.